We would not even be talking about Diego Garcia, this small island in the middle of the Indian Ocean, if it were not for the conspiracy theories about it. Ones flooding not only the usual murky depths of the internet, but also spilling out into mainstream locations, such as the White House briefing room.
Some news reports saying that the missing flight could have landed in the U.S. military base, Diego Garcia, in the center of Indian Ocean. Do you rule in that or rule out that?
I'll rule that one out.
So, what is Diego Garcia? The island's just south of the equator, making for a tropical paradise, but don't go planning a vacation there. Diego Garcia is owned by the British, but home to the U.S. Navy and Air Force. Entry into Diego Garcia is restricted, requiring area clearance by the U.S. Navy. The island has everything from swimming pools to basketball courts to even a 4-lane bowling alley, but it's set up for serious business. After 9/11, it was controversially used as a refueling base for transporting accused terrorists. The base played a major role during the invasion of Iraq in 2003, and planes there have been used in Afghanistan. Now, there is no legitimate evidence about Flight 370 that has anything to do with Diego Garcia, but as with so much in this bizarre world, there's plenty of baseless and cruelly misleading nonsense out there, some of which has made its way to those desperate for information about loved ones. When this all-black image, supposedly giving coordinates to Diego Garcia by Philip Wood, a passenger on board Flight 370, went viral on the internet, family members of the missing asked authorities to search the military base for their loved ones. These postings on the internet even claimed, falsely, that Wood was texting from the island. Let's make this clear. The pings heard days ago and the arch on the Inmarsat satellites place the plane more than 2,000 miles to the southeast of the island, meaning landing at Diego Garcia would have been impossible.
Just physically impossible. Not from where we had that last ping.
Not to mention the dangers and issues of approaching a highly sensitive military base.
They would be scrambling jets at the minimum to go up and find out what aircraft is approaching that base. The idea that they're trying to arrive and land with any kind of a stealth manner and then be housed and have 240 people on the island and no word of that would ever leak out it's pretty outrageous.